thought we had done it, Simmers, but we haven't. We thought we had broken the curse of the kits, but there are 2 new ones releasing next week, specifically on the 21st of August, which I'm fairly sure is Thursday of next week. Usually releases are on a Thursday. But the good news is these are 2 creator kits. So they are made by 2 very prominent custom content creators for The Sims 4. The Sims official account over on Twitter did actually tweet about this. It has been fully confirmed. Explore a mix of polished makeup looks with CrypticSim. I have been literally manifesting a CrypticSim kit for the longest time. CrypticSim, oh my goodness. If you can use CC and you're not out here using CrypticSim CC makeup, what are you doing? It is literally my base. I have so much, even of like Cryptic's older stuff. I know that like styles of custom content can shift and change a lot, especially even from like a personal like creator perspective. I still use like really old Cryptic stuff because I absolutely love the way it looks on Sims, and I use Cryptic's lipstick literally all of the time. I could not live without it. If you like ask me to remove all CC from my game, I'd be like, sorry, I have to keep this one in. Like, my lips have to be there. That is the essential glam kit, or redesign the entryway to your home in Peacemaker's grange mudroom kit. I did read this as mushroom first, and I was like, okay, little bit too autumnal for me, but it is mudroom, which is basically like a utility room. You know, it's where you can come in, you can take your like wellies off, you can stick your washing machine in there if you want to. I feel like a lot of people who live out in the countryside in the UK have it like right next to their back door or their front door, so it's just like, get your wellies off in there, strip down, I'll wash your clothes. Especially if you have like dogs or children, it's just a way to clear off the mud, basically. You could also use this for hallways, entryways. Also feels like you'll be able to do this as maybe like walk-in wardrobes, or just like actual like full wall wardrobes. And I actually do have a cheeky little scoop for you all, because weirdly the Sims team didn't like post the screenshots, but I have them. This is the essential glam. There's unfortunately only this one and then like a secondary one, whereas for the mudroom we actually have 3 different ones, which isn't surprising considering that's the build mode. We do have in fact some eyeshadow. It goes over like on the upper lid and the lower lid. We also have this stunning highlight, which I used, you know, the base game highlight that we got gifted years ago. I use that on pretty much every sim I ever create. Like, I always bring down the opacity, but I will consistently use it. And also this lip. I am here manifesting, hoping, and I think this is more a matte lip, but I can't tell if this sim actually does have makeup on their lips. I feel like she does. This one I really, really like, but I always prefer a matte look over a glossy look. I don't know, it's just like my personal preference. So I am kind of hoping that there is going to be a more matte system, but obviously you'll also be able to play with the opacity on this. And because it is official, which is sometimes some makeup CC does actually struggle with this, it tends to be like the more outdated ones that weren't updated when we actually got sliders for The Sims 4 when it comes to makeup, but you'll probably be able, I think, to change the color on that as well. So you really will get some customizability. I'm again hoping for like a non-glittery version of like a couple of eyeshadows. I love this smoky eye look though. It does look really good. I'm just hoping that they've gone for like glossy, sparkly, and also like a matte on top of it, like a more neutral, because that tends to be the makeup that I lean towards a lot. But then we have this secondary, can I just say, absolutely stunning Sims. Sims, this neon is to die for, okay? They all have a glossy lip on, which is scaring me just a little bit. I absolutely love this eyeshadow. Oh my god, stop it. I feel like we don't have like a blended out like smoky cat eye. That is absolutely stunning. What do you mean? I'm obsessed. I absolutely love that so much. This is gonna be my go-to eyeliner. Kind of hoping, again, there's maybe a version that doesn't have it on the lower lid. I just always want more options when it comes to makeup. I absolutely love the highlight, I will say. I think this highlight, like, in particular, is stunning. I do always feel like The Sims officially has struggled with blush, so it will be interesting to see how the blush looks. It definitely looks like there's some definition across the nose there, which I feel like we don't get very often in official makeup. Very excited to see this actually within my game, but please be some matte looks as well, because I know that Cryptic can absolutely kill that. And then for Peacemakers, this is the key art for Peacemaker's creator kit. Again, this is mudroom, so you have like a sun hat and this like little scarf. You have this like little hamper with either like washing in or blankets, you know, whatever we use these little utility pieces for, and this wardrobe looking cupboard. But of course it gets more interesting when we actually look. Is this a new wall? This potentially could be new. I think it is because of the paneling. Like, I feel like I would recognize that more. It kind of has like a base game, no like offense. I love how I have to clarify that no offense is intended. When I say it looks like base game, I just mean like the pattern or like the color. I feel like we got a lot of these blues when it came to like base game. But there is a really nice like paneled section over here near the stairs, so I absolutely love that. Makes sense in a mudroom, you know, you don't want to get like mud over your wallpaper or like the actual paint, because wood is much easier to clean. And then this definitely looks like it may use the system. I'm fully blanking on what it was called, but the system that was introduced with Dream Home Decorator, where everything kind of slots together. Sometimes they don't like slot together in the sense that you can move everything around the way that you can in Dream Home Decorator, but they do fit like seamlessly together, and this very much gives that. Like, even these hooks underneath, like we've seen the actual like version of that by itself, and these are two separate ones that have like joined seamlessly. And this is a jacket on one of them. This is the one that we saw on the key art. We got some little wellies, which I absolutely love. I love that we have some wellies. Fairly sure this is a new rug. Unfortunately, I don't know if this is just me, but it does look like quite chrome. And I don't know, there's rose gold like chrome just doesn't work in my opinion. I don't know what it is. I love like a pink and green bathroom. I will say it is a little pixelated. It'll be interesting to see if it does look that way actually within the game. This screenshot could have been taken before like everything was sorted. But then we also have these shelves up here, which I think these may be the base game shirts that we have. This bag is definitely new, so I think that you'll actually, are they gonna give a bag as like a clutter like that? This may actually be up on the shelf already. It will be nice if there is maybe an empty version so we can clutter it up ourselves. Bob's like, look, check out my new shelves. I installed them myself, whereas these kind of feel like decor up the top, like decor pieces that they have actually placed. I love this little bench as well. I think that's so cute. I guess Sims don't actually sit down to like take their shoes off or anything, but it is a nice little addition, and I feel like it is very, very realistic. Just unfortunately, The Sims doesn't have that like specific realism to it. And then we also have this like all white version with some yellow. Again, you've got this really nice like side table that's slotted in here. I kind of love the archways. It is definitely giving IKEA, which I know a lot of people will love IKEA stuff. I always hear people say they want more IKEA-y things. Oh, these are definitely decor then, because the bag is in a different place. I think all of these hampers may potentially be decor. I'm just going to assume that there's clutter that you can just like put on these empty shelves, because they've all changed. 100%. And then this little arched mirror with some lights. This gives kind of more like walk-in wardrobe or like built-in wardrobe, which I really, really love. I think this is a really cool concept. I think a lot of people are going to get a lot of use out of this. You can use it in a lot of different situations. Even if you have like a vanity within the game, you could instead maybe like take this portion out and put like a vanity in here and then have the built-in wardrobes like surrounding it. You could even add more of these like across the top. I think they're going to work basically like cabinets in the game, and that is a big win from me. So from the looks of it, I do think the mudroom kit is actually going to be very usable. I think builders specifically, or like people who love making kind of like family homes or country homes, you know, if you have a cottage living, then I feel like this could fit in quite well because it kind of has that like aesthetic. Yes, it's a little bit more glam. I honestly don't know if I would call it a mudroom. Like, it does feel a little bit too glam for a lot of like countryside kind of utility rooms. Feels slightly a bit too contemporary to be called mudroom, but I get what they meant. They were like, hey, we want you to build like porch areas, built-in wardrobes, etc, etc. And I do still feel like it fits like what they wanted it for hallways and entryways and porches. The cryptic one I'm excited for, but I'm gonna wait until I obviously have my hands on it. I will be purchasing both of these so that we can check it out in-game together. I'm obviously gonna be playing around with all of the makeup, the sliders that comes with it, just to kind of show you what you can and can't do. I'm just hoping that they maybe haven't shown off like all of it, which I definitely don't think they have. I definitely think there will be more to show, and I really, really hope that there are maybe some like subtleness to it when it comes to the makeup. The Sims 4 goes so heavy on like glossy stuff and very sparkly stuff anyway, and I feel like we need that more subdued like everyday makeup wear that actually looks good on Sims, you know, that isn't the Sims 4 base game or the Sims 4 Get to Work. So I definitely have my fingers crossed with that one. I don't think Cryptic is gonna let me down. Not that Cryptic could ever let me down anyway. It was just a turn of phrase. I can't find CrypticSim's creator code anywhere, so I will update. I'll pin a comment or put it in my description. I will find it before these kits actually come out, so if you do purchase them and you want to support either of these creators over on the EA app, then you can input their code on checkout and they will get a 5% kickback from whatever you spend. Peacemakers is just Peacemaker, all one word together, and it doesn't matter like how you capitalize it. Cryptics I will find for you all before Thursday, before I make my video, but of course I will be making a video going over all of the assets, the like rooms that you can kind of make, how everything looks. I'm going to explore it for you all in Thursday's video. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will speak to you all in my next one, which is a pretty exciting video. Maybe a cheeky little Sims 4 board game. Anyone?